Good morning. My name is Mary Smith. It's a glorious day in Colorado Springs. The skies are all blue, and I'm very blessed to have many, many blessings in my life. I actually have lived here for 85 years. I've only moved a couple of times in my life, and I find Sacred Heart is my home away from home. That's my whole family. I love church, I love going to it, and when I don't go, I feel really lost. I love the homilies and the gospels and the people that belong there. I was born in February 2nd, 1936, on Groundhog's Day. How do you like that for a lovely day to remember? And my mother died when I was 20 years old, and she really never saw me. She contacted diphtheria after she birthed me. And so my father took off to see the world. So my grandmother and my Uncle Frank Stark was a very strong person in Sacred Heart Church. He sang in the choir and was engaged to Madeline Schaefer for like 50 years. They never got married. Anyway, she played the organ and he sang bass, and I actually sang in the choir myself. Our choir was located in back of the, up in high in the back there, in the high loft there. And that's where we sang, and I sang for a long time, and then still remained a person in Sacred Heart. I went to St. Mary's, and I received most of my sacraments at Sacred Heart. But I did receive my first Holy Communion in St. Mary's. I went to St. Mary's for a few years. Excuse me, I got a little frog in my throat. Anyway, I love that church. I feel like it's part of my heart. I love my faith. It's carried me through many, many wonderful years. I have two lovely children, Lori and Scott Smith, which were both raised in Catholic school and gone their whole life through Sacred Heart. I have 7 grandchildren, and I have 19 great-grandchildren. So Lyle and I are very fertile for just having 2 kids. Anyway, I met Lyle Smith in about I was 15 years old when I met Lyle, and he was a cowboy from Kansas, and he had corn growing out of his ears. And anyway, we had so much fun. And we got married when I was just barely 18, and he was 20. He and I both have been real strong in the church. We have really belonged to every single thing, from bingo to the Mardi Gras. Oh boy, we had so much fun at the Mardi Gras. We laughed and danced up silly, and I still see not too many old folks like me are left, so we still have fond memories. The beautiful church. I've always felt safe there. I kind of felt abandoned by both of my parents, but Sacred Heart filled that need for me. And I just have the most lovely family. They surround me and love me, and they believe very much in the Catholic religion. However, not every one of them goes to church anymore, and hopefully my wish is they'll all get together and get back to church.
What do you remember about Sacred Heart when you were younger?
Oh, Sacred Heart was kind of a Slovenian or a Slovenian nature. These people all came from Pueblo. They came from Ribnik, Yugoslavia, and they all gathered here in Colorado Springs as miners, and Sacred Heart was their parish. And these men were shipped over here from Ribnik, Yugoslavia, and their sisters and brothers were shipped over here to marry each other, and they didn't even know each other. So my grandmother loved the man that was chosen for her, and she had 7 children herself. And boy, were they strict. I mean, I went to church every single solitary day, or every single little thing they had at Sacred Heart. I was there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to blow my nose here. It keeps running. So anyway, Sacred Heart has just been such a great part of my life, and I don't know what I'd do without that. when the virus came on and we couldn't go as much, I tell you, my heart was lonely because I missed the parish, I missed the people, I missed greeting the people, and it was very strange, but I've learned. Lyle died in January 1st, New Year's Day, and he was buried in Sacred Heart Church last year. And my son-in-law, Lori's husband, died that same year, December the 6th. And two very, very important deaths in our life. And they're just interesting how we have grown and our lives have changed. They've changed, but they're the same. But I love Father Ron, and I love him. And actually, Lyle and I took a painting class with Father Ron there, and we got to know him a little bit. And Lyle has painted some absolutely gorgeous paintings and memories, and he was a bird carver, and I have a house full of lovely things that remind me of him. And I've got pretty good kids. They have been very good to me, and I'm just very blessed in many ways.
Thank you.
Thank you.